now, should I read another story? Here is a book called The Goodbye Day. Turn the page to the place where the little girl is in the swing. Jennifer and Zanid were best friends. They walked to school together. They took turns pushing each other on the swings. They made mud pies and sand castles in the big sandbox. And now turn the page. They had their own special joke that no one else knew about. Jennifer loved her friend. Time to turn the page again. One day, Jennifer's mother had some news for her. Daddy and I have found wonderful new jobs in another town, she said. We are all going to move soon. We'll live in a new house with a big backyard. Can Zanid come too? Asked Jennifer. No, said her mother. Zanid will stay here with her family, but you'll make new friends when we move. And now we turn the page. Jennifer watched her mother and father pack things into boxes. She even helped pack some of her toys. Soon it was moving day. Jennifer sat on the porch and watched the movers carry the furniture out to the big van. She felt sad. She didn't want to move away. She didn't want to say goodbye to Zanid. Zanid came running up the path. Hi, she said. Let's go swing. I don't want to, said Jennifer. Then let's go make mud pies, said Zanid. No, said Jennifer. I don't feel like it. And now it's time to turn the page again. Okay, said Zanid, smiling. I guess you're too little to do anything, because you only come up to here. She held her hand up to her eyebrows. I am not too little, said Jennifer. I come up to here. She put her hand on top of her head. But she was thinking so hard about leaving that she didn't laugh at their special joke. Just then, Jennifer's father called them inside. When they were in the kitchen, he took a coconut out of a bag. This is for you, he told the girls. Zanid laughed when she saw the coconut. It's hairy, she said. She laughed even more when Jennifer's father cracked it open with a hammer and the coconut milk dribbled onto the table. Jennifer began to laugh too. Zanid always made things seem funny. And now it's time to turn the page again. Jennifer's father took pictures of the girls as they ate the coconut meat and sipped the milk. Did you have coconuts where you used to live? He asked Zanid. I don't remember, she replied. It wasn't big enough. I wasn't big enough. I only came up to here. And she put her hand just above the floor. She and Jennifer giggled at their special joke. Jennifer's father took pictures of them laughing together. The movers came into the kitchen. They carried out the chairs. Suddenly, Jennifer burst into tears and ran outside. And now we turn the page again. Her father followed her. He swung her up into his arms. I don't want to move, Jennifer cried. She put her head on his shoulder. But Mommy and I told you why we have to leave, he said. I don't care, said Jennifer. I don't want to move away from Zanid. And now we turn the page. Jennifer's father took her back inside. Zanid didn't say anything, but her eyes were sad. Look, said Jennifer's father. There are pictures of both of you inside this camera. I'll make copies of the pictures for you. Then you can see each other whenever you want to. But that's not the same as being together, said Jennifer. I know, said her father. But the pictures will help you remember how much fun you had together. And you can talk on the telephone and write letters to each other. And now it's time to turn the page again. He knelt down beside them. Sometimes you'll even be able to visit each other. Then you'll see how much you've each been growing. Zanny grinned. Maybe next time I see you, she said to Jennifer, you'll come up to here. She put her hand on top of her head. Jennifer smiled. Their special joke made her feel a little bit better. It's time to turn the page again. It's time to leave, said Jennifer's father. We're going to have to say goodbye. Jennifer's eyes filled with tears again. Her father put his arm around her. Saying goodbye doesn't mean you aren't ever going to say hello again, he said. Goodbye is sort of a backward hello. And now it's time to turn the page again. Zanny nodded. She walked toward the door. Suddenly she stopped. She took 3 steps backward. Hello, she called. Then she turned around. She was laughing. Jennifer laughed too. Zanny could always make things seem funny, even having to say goodbye. And now we turn the page. Jennifer loved her friend. And that's the end of the story.